Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the July 4th edition of the Channel 2 News. I'm Bryant Clerkley. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. Well, one of the biggest celebrations of the year is here, and we have video of the magnificent floats. Also tonight, we speak to some of the newest U.S. citizens in the country. And what does this holiday really mean? We talk to lawmakers and get their opinions. In sports, Saipan's renovated track brings in new dividends. Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
Thomas, now we got the power, I say loud. Through distance, it don't take a lot to make a loved one put a smile. We people, we homegrown, we equal. We all know we progress, we all do what we do. After all the years, we stronger. The waiting is no longer. We come through as one team with big dreams, doing big things. Not all the waiting is over. The good things we share. Through distance, we care. We reach up to each other, knowing all of us still there, united as one. Saipan, and Luther, Guam.
Summer is here. Have some fun at Mariana's Trekking inside the Mariana Resort. Feel the speed at the Seaside Circuit. Trek to the rugged Forbidden Island. Ride a buggy or ATV on our off-road adventure. Go stand-up paddleboarding. Whack balls at the driving range. Or pitch or putt on the short course. It's all at Saipan's premier and homegrown adventure company, Mariana's Trekking. Book online at marianastrekking.com or come see us inside the Mariana Resort.
This illustration has reduced the cinema's deficit by more than 20%.
Hafaday, Tirawami, and Happy Liberation Day, Commonwealth. Today is July 4th, the day we celebrate the red, white, and blue. The Liberation Day parade is off to a good start. We were in the midst of people preparing for one of the biggest days of the year. I've been speaking to lawmakers about the meaning of the 4th of July. Lieutenant Governor Victor Hokog says this holiday means a lot to him.
This is the day that we need to appreciate and always recognize, as this is the special day that provide the people, particularly here in the Northern Marianas, to enjoy, their freedom of movement and everything, and even enjoying the fine justice in our Commonwealth, and as well as peace.
Rep. Jose Itibus says the day is a gift.
Freedom, I guess that's the best gift that every human being should have. We watch it on news. We've been seeing these other states, countries that have been going through crisis, and it's so sad that they don't have the freedom that we have. So for me, July 4th, it's something for me to always come out and enjoy the freedom that is given to me, to my fellow people out here, and all our past ancestors.
Rep. Ed Probst says the people of the CNMI are as patriotic as any other state or territory.
We're proud Americans. We are islanders, but of course we are also Americans, and proud to be a part of the American, family. Freedom is one of the greatest things in the world. Our democracy, everything that is embedded in our Constitution. We are, of course, that's a part of our life, our traditions. Of course, we have an island style, an island flair. We also want to realize that the importance of freedom.
Information specialist LJ Castro says the 4th of July has two different meanings.
Of course, as an American territory, we celebrate Independence Day just as the rest of America. But also for our native people here, it comes with extra significance because we celebrate Liberation Day, which is when the gates of the internment camps from after the war were open, and our people were able to go back and rebuild their lives after a long conflict that affected them in many ways. So I grew up in a Saipan that was shaped through the hard work of those that helped rebuild the island after the war.
Well, Imperial Pacific International is moving their gambling training facility from T Galleria to their facility in the Imperial Pacific Resort right across the street. And the Casino Commission is confident IPI is going to make more money because of that move.
I can tell you that IPI so far, this is probably one of the largest contributor to our economy.
Straight from the mouth of the gaming regulatory body, Edward De Leon Guerrero says without Imperial Pacific International, our economy would be struggling.
But enormous amount of tax every month from the gaming. The gross gaming revenue tax is enormous.
Executive Director of the Casino Commission, Guerrero, says he's not at liberty to discuss exactly how much money IPI pays in taxes, but says it goes straight back to the CNMI.
Allowing the CNMI to, number one, pay the retirees, a 25% reduction, and to, delivery of public service is very expensive. And I'm not familiar of any other single entity that has been contributing so much into the economy.
And now that IPI is moving into a new facility with more amenities, De Leon Guerrero is confident that the cash flow will be even more, which he says in turn will help the CNMI.
I can tell you that if they can generate so much VIP volume that they
Through the years, our mission has stayed the same. Wherever you are, wherever you go, we keep you connected. IT&E, Life in Motion.
nữa.
Welcome back. Well, there's an expression, as hot as the 4th of July. However, today was not as hot as, say, June 23rd, or a number of other days last month. Like other parts of the world, Saipan experienced record-breaking heat this summer. Bob Coldine reports.
Making weather statements such as, "Today was the hottest day in Saipan history," must be made with caveats. For example, there are no records from ancient times or even 100 years ago. What can be said is, "This is the highest temperature ever recorded on Saipan," but even that comes with qualifiers. Temperatures vary according to location. For example, Chalacanoa is hotter than Capitol Hill, and sometimes even thermometers can be wrong. That's what happened to the National Weather Service last month when their website reported unusually high temperatures.
The 96, the 99, we've looked into that, and we found that there was maintenance going on during those periods, and we're going to get those out of the database. And I appreciate you bringing that to our attention. It's not something we really were keen on.
According to Chip Gard, chief meteorologist at the National Weather Service, the official temperature records for Saipan are made at the airport and have been since 1986. KSPN also employs a weather station at the Marianas Business Plaza in Susupe. Both recorded highs of 93 last month. That's the highest I've ever seen over the last 24 years. And just last year, I reported our first 92.
Certainly the last 2 years have been the hotter 2 years that we've seen. There's no question about that, and this is the hottest 2 years that we've seen, and especially May, that time frame. You know, we've had some hot Aprils, some hot Julys, and I think it's happening throughout Micronesia.
The higher temperatures this summer can be partly attributed to the drought that we're coming out of. Now that we are transitioning into the rainy season, we can expect heavy and sudden rain showers. Gard explains how these can pop up.
Big rain showers to the east. The area came down and hit dry air. The dry air caused the rain to evaporate. That increased the density of the air, and that air came down, and it was very dense, and it picked up speed. We call those outrush boundaries from storms. We see a lot of that in the continental United States. Occasionally we see it across the Pacific, and I've seen a few instances where it created these kind of winds, and most instances you don't see anything out of it.
And with the advent of the rainy season comes the possibility of typhoons.
A major typhoon, probably a 15% chance. So, but for a Category 1, the weaker kinds of typhoons, I would say a 25% chance. And a 50% chance that we're going to see a severe tropical storm.
Well, today our own Sherry Riggs ran around the island to learn some of your Liberation Day traditions. And what we found and learned was magical.
Happy Liberation Day!
Happy Liberation Day!
Hot dogs, chicken, everything good.
Everything?
Yeah.
Do you guys like the parade?
Yes.
Yeah? What's your favorite part about the 4th of July?
The candy. The cars.
The cars? What's your favorite part?
Me, I like the floats. Happy Liberation Day!
Happy 4th of July from Magic Rocks!
Happy Liberation Day, everyone here in the CNMI. Coming up, Williamsport World Series, you seem so far away.
Half a day. I'm Dr. Dennis Williams, eye surgeon and physician at the Marianas Eye Institute.
Smoking can harm nearly every organ in your body, including your eyes. Age-related macular degeneration, or AMD, affects the center of the retina, which is responsible for the central vision needed for everyday tasks such as reading and driving.
Multiple of scientific studies involving smoking and the health of your eye have absolutely demonstrated how the blood vessels can be severely affected by smoking so much that you would lose your central vision.
AMD is the leading cause of permanent vision loss among Americans age 65 and older, and if you smoke, you're 3 times more likely to get it.
Fortunately, these same studies have shown that by stopping smoking, you can decrease this risk in the future in spite of many years of smoking. So I encourage you to stop smoking as soon as you possibly can.
Many eye issues can be treated right here on Saipan. Come see for yourself.
This has been Dr. Dennis Williams of the Marianas Eye Institute.
Grow your business with the Channel 2 News. Our professional staff are here to help you market your product, brand, service, or business in the most effective way possible. Be it state-of-the-art video services, graphics, or animation, we will make sure that you reach your target audience. Flametree TV, now in all CNMI hotels and most homes. It's your best marketing tool.
Make it a summer to remember at Eco Camp inside the Mariana Resort and Spa. Designed for kids ages 4 to 14, Eco Camp has set the standard for 18 summers. Activities include go-karting, swimming, arts and crafts, kayaking, snorkeling, dance, and even off-roading. Daily, weekly, or 2-week session rates are available now, and camp starts on June 19th. Register online at marianastrekking.com or come see us at Mariana's Trekking inside the Mariana Resort. See you at Eco Camp. Call 323-8735. That's 323-TREK.
Buenas sports fans. Buenas sports fans, now that the track and field has been renovated with $1 million uplift, it's time to race forward and look ahead. 7 CNMI athletes competed in the Oceania Area Athletics Championships. Suva, Fiji, which concluded on Sunday. No medals for the CNMI. We tried. Australia, New Zealand, and Fiji dominated, as well as other larger Pacific nations. Competing were runners Zarene Sapong, Rayla Ichuo, Beo Nganger, Traven Kittigwa, Jamie Pangilinan, and Liani Acosta. Now, those 7 athletes are expected to form the core for the next big athletics event, which is going to be on Saipan next year. Oceania Athletics approved Saipan hosting the Micronesia Area Championships June 14th to 16th. That just coming out of Fiji next year. All right. With the emergence of Korean Little League Baseball and the return of powerhouse Chinese Taipei, the road to Williamsport, Pennsylvania got a whole lot longer and bumpier and more treacherous, kind of like driving to Mount Everest in a Mustang convertible. Could 2006 have been our last visit there? It's a KSPN2 Sports Classic.
Anthony Manalo takes that to center field. That's going back. That's going to bounce off the wall. Saipan's going to get a run. Palacios will come in to score, and it is a 9-1 game in the RBI double.
That was the only run scored by the CNMI in the 2 games so far. The CNMI had their best chance to beat Venezuela in the 5th inning when Anthony Salas reached on an infield single, as did Rocco Regis. There were 2 on and 2 out. Next up, power hitter Timothy Rabago. He was called out on a pitch that appeared to be outside. The CNMI never mounted a serious threat after that. The Bats couldn't help pitcher.
Right after the game.
Are you happy?
I'm very happy.
Okay, that's good. Happy birthday to your son.
Thank you.
Here's the windup and the pitch.
I don't believe what I just saw.
Magic 100.3, your maximum music authority and your Channel 2 News connection. Get up and go with RV weekdays starting at 6 a.m. Catch Cyro for the afternoon mix with the latest hits blended in with the best from the 80s and 90s.
Get your local news to go with the live simulcast at 6 p.m. off the Channel 2 News.
And then stay tuned for the Pinoy Music Power with Jimmy B. It's KWAW Magic 100.3, today's maximum music authority.
High today, 91. The heat index, 107. A steamy day. The low, 84, and that's an all-time record low that's reported here. Humidity, 70%, 0.2 of an inch of rain. Give us a monthly total, 0.69. Wednesday, mostly sunny skies. Isolated showers, east winds, 10 to 15 miles an hour. High 90, low 78. Seas 3 to 5 feet. Sunrise tomorrow, 5:51. Low tide at 11:46, followed by a high tide at 6:40. Sunset at 6:51. That's it for July the 4th. But not July the 5th. We'll see you back here tomorrow night.